everyone, and welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to be taking you through the practice today. Some of you have probably done my practices before, or probably quite a few of you have. Don't want to listen to my blurb now, just fast forward. But do be aware, where are we? Hand weights. If you've done my practice, you do know I'm a big fan of hand weights. So if you are joining for the practice and you've done it before, grab some hand weights before you start. So just to tell you those that are new to my practices, my name's Debbie. I've been doing Pilates around about 18-20 years now. I had a premature menopause at the age of 29. Following that, I got osteopenia. It went into full-blown osteoporosis, and the ultimate for me was prolapsing a disc. It was no fun whatsoever. It took months to sort of heal itself. I was taking endless medication, physiotherapy, and I decided, I'm still quite young, I need to look for alternatives. I can't be taking medication. So I looked around, Pilates came up, and I say I haven't looked back. I do find that it completely helps with my core strength, my support, how I stand and how I support myself, and I do hope that if you're joining for similar ailments, you'll find the benefits from it, and if you're doing it just for the pure pleasure of the practice and exercise, and again I hope you enjoy it. If you are new, do take the lower options that I offer, because some of them can be quite stressful or quite strainful on the spine, which we don't want. But yeah, we're going to start by laying down. I always start my practices laying down and giving ourselves a little bit of time to focus and prepare ourselves for what we're about to work our bodies. So you can come down from your side. If you've got low blood pressure, I would advise to come down from your left, or you can come down from a seated position. The seated position, we have our feet hip width apart. We sit tall and we start to curl back. Now we don't just drop back, we curve our spine down to the floor, okay? So you'll find actually if you do, you'll come down a lot further than just trying to drop back. So you curve it down. If you get to a point where you can't hold yourself with your core, take behind your legs. Pulling that core in all the time. Pilates works through breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. As you breathe in, you pull in your core. As you breathe out, you pull in the core more. You hold that core as tight as you can throughout the whole practice. I know it's a lot to think about if you are new, so just focus on your moves and how comfortable you feel rather than trying to control your breathing and the core. But where you do remember, hold the core tight because it will support your spine. So let's take ourselves to the floor. So we're sitting ourselves up now, we're taking a breath in, we're pulling in our core. And as we breathe out, we're pulling the core tighter and we curve ourselves down, holding that core tight as you bring yourself all the way down, as slow as you can, to the mat. We're going to take a nice big full body stretch here. So you can take it, if you have lower spine issues, take your feet mat width apart, lock your knees in together. Breathe in, pull in that core. And as you do so, push your spine down into the mat. Breathing out, hold the core tight and stretch it. Arms away, squeeze the legs, squeeze the thighs, the glutes, everything. Squeeze it all in and push away. And then release that. Do that again, or you can take your legs long if you don't have lower spine issues. And take your full body stretch here. So breathe in, pull in the core, pushing the spine down into the mat, pushing away. All that core tight, squeeze everything, squeeze it all away, really stretch away, and then release. Excellent, bringing yourself round, just bringing your feet up so that the feet are flat on the floor for the minute, taking your right leg in and giving it a little hug towards you. Just a gentle hug, and start to circle it, start to release the hip a little bit there. And then drop it back down, bringing in the left leg, giving it a squeeze in, holding the core tight if you can, and then just start to circle that leg, just gently releasing the hip out. And then putting the feet down, stretching the legs away, or having the mat width on the mat with the knees locked in. And we'll start to sort of rest down a little now. So we're going to start, if you can close your eyes down, that'd be really good. It helps to take your focus internally rather than focusing on what might be around you in the room. So letting your feet drop out. And then if you're feeling a little bit stressed, a little bit tense, you've had a stressful day and things have been winding you up, take your hands, face them downwards, let yourself be grounded.
Bring yourself back to now. If you feel that you're a bit tired and sleepy and you want some energy, take your palms facing upwards and bring the energy in. Whatever's feeling good for you today and how you're feeling in yourself. Let the feet drop out and let them relax. Rest the ankles and the calves, the knees and the thighs. So both legs are feeling rested. Then rest your torso, starting with the pelvis and the lower spine, the mid-spine and the tummy, the upper spine and your chest, your torso. Let it be heavy into the mat. And then let's concentrate on our hands. Let the hands be heavy. The lower arms, the elbows and the upper arms. Both arms rested, relaxed. We've got rested legs, rested torso, rested arms. And release those shoulders. Let them really go heavy into the mat. And then your neck and your head. Release all those facial muscles. So releasing the mouth, the jaw, releasing your cheekbones, your eyes and your forehead. Everything softened down. Just lay softly, relaxing your body. I want you to start to do a little body scan. So you're going to start from the tips of your toes and you're going to work away through over the tops of your legs, over your torso, over your arms, your shoulders and your head. Scan your body for any areas of tension, any areas that might need to be focused on throughout the practice today that are not feeling at their best. Breathe into those areas and ask them to soften down. Really releasing yourselves now, preparing yourself for the practice. Keep laying there, guys. I'm just going to hush my dogs. Hopefully every part of your body now is feeling relaxed. We're going to start to bring some movement back now. We're going to do it slowly. So we're going to bring our feet up so they're flat on the floor, so they're facing the mat. And then we're going to just bring our right leg up and we're going to twist the ankle, just gently twisting it one way, waking it up. And then reverse that twist, reverse it the other way, waking the ankle. And then release that back down, taking the left leg up. Don't forget, keeping the core tight, guys. Let's circle that ankle one way. Every breath in, every breath out, you pull the core tight. Circle that the opposite direction now. And release the leg down. Now taking up the right hand so that the elbow is up. So you've got your, the elbow would be flat on the floor. Your forearm and is in the air. So we've got our wrist upwards and we're circling our wrist. Circling the right wrist, circling it one way. And then reverse that so it's circling the opposite direction. And let the right arm rest. Bringing the left arm up so that we've got the forearm facing upwards. We're into like a cactus arm but with the forearm facing upwards. So we're going to circle our wrist, circling it one way. And then circling that in the other direction. Warming the wrist up, waking the wrist, waking the arm. And then bring that down. Taking the hands together, clasping the hands together. Turning the palms so that they're facing away, but you've still got your fingers gripped. Face them to the ceiling so that palms are facing to the ceiling with your fingers interlocked. Pulling in the core tight. And as you breathe out, push away with the arms, keeping everything on the mat, but your shoulders will start to lift. You're pushing away, your head's on the mat, your torso's on the mat, the shoulders are lifting, you're holding your core tight. And then release that back down, release the shoulders back down. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, push away again. Lifting those shoulders, pushing away, starting to wake the shoulders, starting to feel some warmth there. And then bringing the arms back down, bringing them back around. Okay, we're going to take our legs into a little side twist here, or our body into a side twist. So taking our feet so that they're mat width apart, taking the arms out into a T shape, or you can take the arms up into cactus. So taking a breath in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, drop the legs over to the left. And when you get to that point of tension for you, relax. Let everything go and breathe into any tense areas you might have. Spinal twist here, just warming up the spine. Breathing in, pulling in that core, and at the same time bring your legs to centre. Don't let the core go if you can help it. Hold the core tight. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, drop the legs over to the right hand side. When you get to your point of tension, release. Releasing, breathing into tensed areas that you might have. Asking them to soften down. In through the nose and out through the mouth. On your next in-breath, pulling in the core, and at the same time bring your legs to centre and release. And let the core go just for a minute. Okay, we're going to take in a little hug now. So we're going to bring up our right leg, bringing it in, bring our left leg up, bring it in. Breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out, pull the core tight and squeeze those legs towards you. Feel an opening in the mid and the bottom spine. And then release, keeping the core tight. Breathe in, pull the core tighter. Breathe out, core tight, squeeze those legs towards you. Excellent, okay, bringing them down. Okay, we're going to get ourselves into our neutral spine now. Before we start on our sit-ups and things. So we take our hands into a triangular shape and we put them over our pelvis area. Now we breathe in, we pull in our core, and at the same time our back gets pushed down to the floor. As you breathe out, you pull the core tighter and you tilt your pelvis just up, just slightly. Release down but hold the core. Breathe in, pull the core tighter. Breathing out, tilt the pelvis. Do that a few more times. As you release down, you hold the core. Breathe in, you pull the core tighter. Breathing out, you lift the pelvis. Release down, holding the core. Breathing in, pull the core tighter. Breathing out, you hold that core and you tilt the pelvis. Now that you should feel really low down. Like as you release it down, now keep that, hold that, and you've got the lower muscles held. You've got all your core muscles there, really tense. So we're going to start with a few sit-ups, so taking your hands behind your head, and we'll start with our gentle sit-ups. Holding that core where it was, breathing in through the nose, core tight, breathing out as you lift, core tighter. Releasing down, keep doing that. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. Each time you're pulling that core. Got your hands behind the head for support, they're not there to push you up. You're pulling up from your core only. And we're going to take a little oblique turn here. So as you lift, you take your right elbow up towards the knee and bring it back down. Breathing in, breathing out as you lift, turning the left shoulder, the left elbow lifting up towards the right knee. Now we've got the right elbow to the left knee. Keep doing that, alternating your lifts. Little oblique lifts here, warming up the core. centre now. So now we're going to do some cycle rides. We're going to go back to core lifts in a minute. So we're going to take up our right leg and we're going to start to cycle our foot. So we're cycling forward with the leg, holding the core tight, breathing in as you pull the leg towards you and you're breathing out as you push the leg away. So breathing in, pull the core tight, breathing out. Keep that core tight, circling for a couple more circles here, and then we're going to reverse that. Hold it there. Let's reverse that. So we're bringing it up, we're breathing in, and as you push it away, you're breathing out. Bringing it up, circling it round, and bringing it down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Couple more here. Taking that leg down, warming our legs up. Now let's take that on the left hand side, so bring the left leg up, breathing in, and as you breathe out you start to cycle the leg away, breathing in as you pull the leg towards you, breathing out as you cycle away. Keeping the core tight, guys. Holding it there. You're going to lift the leg up, breathing in, and as you cycle, push away, you're breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breath in, core tight, breath out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. All the time we're holding the core control, bringing that leg down. Okay, now you can stick with doing one leg, or you can come up into tabletop position. So you could stay with your foot down and doing the one leg here, or you could come up into tabletop, making sure you've got that core really tight, bringing your legs up so that the calves are sort of in line with the mat below, and you start to cycle your right leg away here. So as we did just now with the foot on the floor, we're doing it with our other leg raised. So we're cycling our right leg forward, breathing in as we bring it towards us, breathing out as we push the leg away. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Two more here. Holding it there. Let's reverse that, pushing the leg away, bringing it towards you. 5, 4, 3, keeping that core tight, 2, and 1, holding it there. Let's take that on the left hand side, so cycling away with the left leg, breathing in as you bring it towards you, breathing out as you push the leg away. Two for 1. Hold it there. Let's reverse that. Push the leg away. Breathing in as you pull the leg towards you. Breathing out as you push the leg away. 5, 4, 3, 2. Try and do a full circle with both legs, so we're going to be cycling away. If it's too much for you holding the core, cycle one leg away and then the other leg. Cycling with our feet on the floor. If you're with me, we have our core nice and tight and we've got our legs tabletop position, and we start to cycle away here. Let's start by pushing the right leg away, bringing it in, and then the left leg. So we're cycling now. Keeping that core tight, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. top. Let's reverse that. So we're going to kick away with the right leg, so sweep it under and bring it towards you. And then with the left leg. So we're reversing our cycle now. Bringing the legs back and forwards, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, keeping the core tight. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, holding it there. Wherever you are, bring your legs in for a hug, breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out, keep that core tight. You squeeze your legs towards you, and you release the bit of the lower spine. Release, but keep the core tight. Breath in, breath out. Bringing the legs back down now. So now, if you've got weights, get your hand weights. I didn't say, if you are new and you haven't got hand weights and you wanted to use something, you can use water bottles. Make sure they've got some water in them though. They're always quite good because they've got nice weight. Otherwise you're holding your fists and you're using your fists all the time. So when we're sitting up, we're keeping our feet on the floor. If you can't, you take behind your legs and you pull yourself up behind your legs and you bring yourself up there. Or you can use your hand weights. We're going to do full sit-ups. We're going to be sitting up, bringing ourselves up to our seated position here. I love my hand weights. And coming back down. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming all the way back down. Okay, so we'll be doing our sit-ups now from this position. So let's get started. So get our little neutral spine, make sure that we're comfortable there. You might want to take your legs a little bit further away, or you can do what I like to do. I like to take my legs long so that I've got the classic sit-up. Taking our hands, weights in our hands, breathing in, pulling in that core, and as we breathe out, we take ourselves up to our seated position. So we're going to do 8 here. That's 8, 7, coming up nice and slow and coming down nice and slow. Don't throw yourself up. If you find you're getting to here and you're throwing yourself to come up, you're doing probably more damage to your spine than you really need to. That's 4. That's 3. Got 2. And the last one, to be seated there. So taking our feet now so they're mat width. Bring yourself back down to the mat. We're going to do some oblique turns with our knees up here and in the position from here. So you can do it with hand weights. So you've got your hand weights there. You bring it up and you're coming across with your weights. Or you're doing it maybe with your hands just behind your head, as we did earlier with seated up there. We're just going to do a few of those there. And then we're going to step it up. So you could take it from wherever you feel comfortable. Just 2 more. And now this time we're going to take it with our legs up. And we're going to crisscross. So we're going to cross opposite elbow to opposite knee, but we're pushing the legs away. If it's too much pushing the legs away, then you can just stay here with the legs in tabletop position, or you can come with me and we're going to do our cycle obliques. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got another 8 to go. 8. Keep going, guys. 7, 6, 5, 4. Keeping the core tight. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2. And
legs down, taking the hand weights over to one side. And we're going to come up, so we're going to roll ourselves up. Now you can roll up like a ball. If that's too much for you, then come over from your side. If you're coming with me, we're going to roll like a ball. We're going to do it with our legs crossed. So, I mean, you can do it with your legs so that they're uncrossed, and you roll like that with your hands behind you. Feet not touching down if you can help it. If they do touch, then not a problem. But you can come up with me. We're coming up with crossed legs. Just massaging the spine out here. Don't know if any of you can hear that, but my mat's making a terrible squeezy sound. It sounds like a big fart. Oh, gosh. Right, now when we come up to here, I'm going to come around and show you. So in our last sit, I'm going to move it because it could be this on something under the ground there. So as we're coming up, we've got our legs crossed, we're coming up from here. We're going to take hold of our feet and we're going to do our nice hug in from here. So we're going to really sort of pull the quads, I think we're being pulled here, your hips are opening, and we're sitting with a nice tall spine, stretching out here, squeezing those in. If that's too much, you can do it from just squeezing yourself, the feet on the floor, and just hugging yourself from there. Keeping the spine as long as you can. So let's hold that a little bit longer. Let's hold it for 5, 4, keeping that core tight, 3, 2, and 1. And releasing those legs down. Swap that crossover now, so we've got the opposite leg in front, bringing them up. So we're coming up and we're taking hold of the feet and we're squeezing ourselves in and doing a cross-legged sit in the air. Lovely. Holding it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Amazing. Okay, we're going to come over onto our fronts now. We're going to start to do a little back bend in a way. So we're going to come into swan dive. We're going to do a little bit of swim, and then we'll come into our swan dive. So laying down onto your tummies. Nicely onto our bellies here. Keeping the core nice and tight. Putting your hands down and making a little pillow for your head. So one hand on top of the other, and you get a tiny little back bend here. Taking the feet slightly wider than hip width and holding it there. Couple of breaths here. Keeping the core tight and squeeze the glutes. Then taking the hands away, taking them to the side. We're going to do a little lift here. So we breathe in, we're pulling the core, and as we breathe out, we're squeezing the glutes, we're twisting our head, and we're coming and bringing ourselves up. Now we're not pushing into our hands, we're not pushing ourselves up. If you take your hands away, you should be able to stay lifted. And that's the tiny little back bend that we've got here. You're taking it into the back, holding your core tight, and then you're coming back down. Don't worry how far you come up, even if you're just coming up to here. As long as you're not pushing and forcing it up with your hands. So breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out, hold the core tight and roll the neck and bring the head up. So be up into a little lift here. And then bringing it back down. Let's do that again. Breath in, breath out. As you're bringing it up. Lovely. And we're going to do a little bit of swim here. I'm just going to move me under because it's in the way. So we're going to take our arms out now, and we're going to go into a breaststroke swim. So we're actually swimming our arms if we're doing a breaststroke, coming up, and we're pushing away. So we're coming back into that lift that we're doing with our swim arms. Breathing in, breathing out as you push away. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Hold that core tight, support your spine. 8, 7, 6, 5,
bringing it round. Taking the opposite hand now on top from what you had before. Resting your head and let everything just relax for the minute. And then squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes. Tense the legs. Bringing the hands down by the side now, palms facing upwards. Forehead down, and take that in breath. Core tight, breathing out, core tighter. You come into your lift here, your swan lift. This is a swan dive. Coming down. Breath in, breath out. It's quite hard on the back, these ones. It's the back bends, breath in, breath out. Don't forget to roll your head up, don't just lift, roll. Rolling up, breathing out as you come down. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one, breath in, breath out. Amazing, guys. This time we're going to lift our feet as well, or our legs. So we're going to lift the whole lot. We won't do too many of these. But again, you can stay wherever you are, what option that you want to take. You can come back to this and just lift your head, if that's good for you. You're still getting a back bend. Just taking your arms down, breathing in. And as you breathe out, roll the head, roll the neck, lift the legs and the arms. And then come back down, breathing in, breathing out. Breath in, breath out. Amazing, well done, guys. Push yourselves up now. Let's take ourselves into a child's pose. So we're going to stretch out now. So you can come child's pose, you can come with your legs together and come across like that, or you can take your knees mat width, toes locked in. You breathe in wherever you are, and as you breathe out, you bring yourself over. Keep the core tight, pull away with your arms, feel the opening in the shoulders, feel the stretch down the spine, and then release. So this is the pose that you can take throughout any practice, wherever you feel you need to rest. You can take with your arms so they're up, you can take them down by your side. Or my favourite, I like to take them on the top of my back, to just rest down there. I feel I get a little bit of weight from my arm, just the natural weight, I'm not pushing down, and it helps to open my hips a little more. That is your practice, you go where you feel good. Amazing. Okay, bringing yourself around now. So we're going to do some plank work now. So we're going to start on a forearm plank, and then we'll come into a full plank. And then we'll have a go at a lower down from the plank into tricep lower, and see how you get on with that. But again, all options, you don't have to do them all. So you can come from here and you can just rest yourself here. If you've got a bad spine and you don't want to take your legs long, you can perhaps just take one leg long and hold it, bring it back in, take the other leg long and hold it there. Okay, but I'm going to do it so we've got both legs, we're taking one leg out, the other leg out, and we're holding ourselves here. So we've got a nice long straight spine all the way from the top of our head, looking down, not like me, looking sideways, and holding it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you're doing sort of separate legs, when you're going out like that, try and make sure that you've still got a nice straight spine. So you're holding that one there for 4, you'll bring it in and you'll hold the other leg. Pulling that core in as you do so and pushing away. So let's do that again. Let's come up into a full plank, or half plank I think this one is. So it's for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest down there. Okay, we're going to try and take our full plank from up here rather than down on our forearms. So we're going to take it on with our arms up now. So you can go back to your forearms, you can go back to the one leg, you can come up here,
You can try pushing here with one leg, alternating, pushing with the other leg, as you're getting a nice little stretch down the back of the legs. You can come with me, we're going to go into our full plank here. We're going to hold it there, pulling in that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release down. How's that feeling? Maybe you want to give a little shake to your booty. Maybe you want to just stretch yourself back down again. Some people might want to go into child's pose. Let's take that one more time. So taking our legs out. And we're going to hold it here. Pulling in that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming down. Now if you want to try and do a tricep lower with me, you can. You can take it from here with your knees on the floor, and you can come down to a lower there, and then we're going to push ourselves back up and do it again. Or you can come with me for full tricep lower, so we're coming from here. Just push yourself forward a little bit as you bring yourself down, and then lower yourself down to the floor. Okay, let's do that again. So wherever you might want to be for that. If the tricep lower is just too much, maybe just do some from here, so you're not coming all the way down. Yeah, whatever's good for you. So taking your legs out again, wherever you might be, breathing in, and let's breathe out as we lower ourselves to the ground for our tricep push-up. You might want to come back up from the tricep push-up, and then come back down. Have a go, guys. See what works for you. Let's just have one more go. Looking fab. Well done. And then pushing yourselves up onto all fours. Quick release back into our child's pose, just to release the spine off a little bit. It's done a lot of work there. And then coming up onto all fours. So our last bit of back bend here is we're coming from here, and we're going to take ourselves back from here. So initially, first let's start off putting our hands onto our hips. So we've got our hands onto our back, supporting there, as you can see, and our hands on our hips. We've got our knees so that they're hip width apart. We've got our core pulled in tight. We're squeezing our glutes, and we're bending ourselves back. So we're just taking a little back bend from here, squeezing everything, keeping everything tight, and then bringing yourself back up. You might want to stay with that. You might want to come back and take one hand down. You might want to take the other hand down, and you might want to come in to the back bend from here. Go whatever's good for you. Sorry, it's quite hard to talk with my head back. Just hold it there, and then bring yourselves back up. How did that feel, guys? Give yourselves a little bit of a release out. Just moving yourselves around a little bit there. We'll do that one more time. So keeping that core tight, wherever you might be, whether it's here, here, or whether you're coming down with both hands onto your heels. Yourselves up. Amazing. Fabulous. Okay, coming down onto all fours now. We're going to do a little bit of thread the needle. So we've got our wrists underneath our elbows, we've got our knees underneath our hips. We're breathing in, we're lifting our right arm up, and as we breathe out, we swish it under. For 4, for 3, 2, and for 1. Holding the arm out, so hold the right arm out. If you can, take the left leg out. And we do another 4, thread the needles here. So we've got 4, 3, 2, and the last one, keeping that core core tight, coming back, taking your hand down, taking the leg down. So take that on the left hand side, lifting the left arm up and swinging it under for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back up, holding that arm out, lifting up our right leg now, breathing in, and as you breathe out, we'll do 4 here. So that's 4, 3, 2, and the last one, bringing it under, coming back, and bringing yourselves round to a nice seated position. Doing well, guys. Quite a lot of back bend working here today. I was working on our spine, so it's good strengthening. So we're going to do a little bit of saw here. Again, this is going to be working our hips and our side. So hips being open and sitting up nice and tall, taking our arms out level, breathing in, and as we breathe out, we twist and we come down over our leg. And don't worry how far you come down, twist, and you're coming down. Keep going. This is 2, 2, and the last one on either side. Amazing, bring yourselves up. Okay, bringing the legs together. I'm going to do a little bit of stretch out now. Done a lot of work, we need to stretch out our legs. So taking our right leg over our left, bringing our left leg round. If you can keep it long, or you can bring it round so that it's underneath here. Got our right leg, so it's up. So we're taking our left arm around our right leg. We're taking our right hand behind us. Push up, so we're sitting tall. Really sitting tall. Don't twist yet. Sitting tall, pulling in that core. Big in breath, and as you breathe out, keep the core tight and twist around to look over your right shoulder. Holding it there. Coming back to centre and taking your hands into the opposite side, and just give yourselves a little counter bow. And coming back up. So take that on the other side. So we're taking our left leg over our right, and if we can, we're hooking our left leg under, no, our right leg under, yeah. Sitting tall, taking our right arm around our leg, sitting up, taking our left hand behind us and pushing it up. So we're sitting tall. Breathing in, pull that core tight, and as you breathe out, hold the core and twist to look over your left shoulder. Fabulous. Coming back to centre, taking your hands the opposite way and giving yourselves a little counter bow and coming back up. So we're going to do stretch over our legs now. We're going to sit this way so you can see. So we're sitting nice and tall. We've got our core pulled in, and we're going to start to bring ourselves over our legs. Okay, we're not hanging and dropping down. We're coming forward. We're bringing ourselves forward. I'm bringing my chest towards my knees, over my thighs, and I'm coming down with a straight back. Keeping it there. Got that core tight. I know it's hard when we're bending, but try and squeeze it if you can, and then just come down to your point of comfort. Every time you breathe in, you slightly lift, and every time you breathe out, you come down a little bit further. Get to the point that's most comfortable for you and hold it. You might want to take behind your feet like I am and bring yourselves down a little bit more, but don't take any strain.
or any pain. This is just a stretch. And then hold it there wherever you are. Sit yourselves out. Well done, guys. We've done good. We're going into some relaxation now. We'll do a couple of little stretches on the floor, and then we'll have that lovely relaxation, and you can be very proud of yourselves. So taking yourselves to the top of the mat. If you want to come down from your side again like you did at the beginning of the practice, then do so. Coming from your left if you have low blood pressure. If you're coming down with me, got our feet mat width apart, and don't forget we're C curving down. So for a little bit of extra if you want, you can take your weights again, just for the last little bit. Entirely up to you. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and we're coming down bit by bit. So as you breathe out, you come down and you hold it. Breath in, breath out. Hold it. Breath in, breath out. Hold it. Breath in, breath out. Hold it. So you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and you're pulling that core tight every time. Breath in, breath out. Hold it. Breath in, breath out, all the way to the floor. If you've got weights, release them to one side. And let's take our hug, so we can do it from here. You can take one leg up at a time, it's up to you. Or you can come with me, breathing in, pulling in the core. And you lift the legs up from the core. If you can't, take behind the back of the legs and pull them in. And as you breathe out, you squeeze the legs tight, releasing that spine. Done lots of back bends. This is counter posing. Breathing in, breathing out. We bent the spine one way, we're bringing it back the other. We're opening it, we're letting it breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Core tight, squeeze. And if you want to lift your head up now, and then release back down. Excellent. So let's do what we did at the beginning of the practice. Let's twist our ankle one way. So we've got the right leg, twisting it, twist the ankle the other way. Taking the right leg down, bring the left leg up, twisting one way with that one, twisting the ankle. And then reversing it, twisting it the opposite way. Bringing that foot down. Taking the arms, so we've got our wrists up. Let's twist our wrists, both our wrists, circling one way. Circling our wrists the other way. And then either taking your legs long or taking the mat width apart with the knees locked in. Let's release our neck out. So we're releasing the neck now, one way. Just rolling the head from side to side, releasing the neck out. And then if you've got the legs long, bring them back up. You can take a spinal twist from your legs mat width apart. You can take them hip width apart. You can take your right leg over your left, and as we drop down from there, or you can come with me in tabletop position as we just do a final little release out on the spine. So we're just going to do breathing in, and as we breathe out, we drop them over to one side. We hold the core tight. We breathe in as we bring them back up. We breathe out as we drop them over to the other side. So wherever you are, whatever position you are in, just be doing this gently. Window screen wiping, releasing out the spine. And the next time you come to the left, breathing out as you come down. Stay there wherever you are. Let the legs drop and let the core go. Let everything release down. Keeping your shoulders onto the mat. You can take your arms into cactus shape if that's good for you. Closing the eyes down. Focusing internally what's going on now. On your next in-breath, pull in the core. At the same time, you bring your legs to centre. You hold them tight, and as you breathe out, you drop them over to the right. When you get to your point of tension and relaxation, let everything go. You can take your gaze to the opposite arm. into it when you ask everything to soften now. Coming into relaxation, we're slowing our breath. Breathing in, pulling in that core, and at the same time you bring the legs to centre. If you had them in tabletop, drop them down. Get yourself comfortable, either mat width with knees locked in or legs long, wherever you feel comfortable now for your final relaxation. Again, you can have your palms facing up if you want some energy. If you just still feeling you need to be a little bit more grounded, put the palms facing down. So let's release the toes, give them a little wriggle, and then ask them to just rest and stop. Let the feet drop outwards. Rest the heels of the feet onto the mat beneath. Let your ankles rest. Let your calves rest. Your knees and your thighs. Both legs resting and calm. Release the glutes, let them go. Release your pelvis and your lower core. Release the bottom spine. Feel it heavy into the mat beneath. And the mid-spine and your stomach. Releasing your upper spine and your chest. Release the fingers, the palms of the hands, the back of the hands. Let your wrists be soft. Your lower arms, your elbows, your upper arms. Both arms are heavy and soft into the ground beneath. Releasing your shoulders. Let them go. Release your neck. Release your head. Feel the weight. Feel how heavy that feels in the ground beneath you. And start to release all your facial muscles. So let your jaw go, maybe your lips might be slightly parted. Relax your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyebrows, and your forehead. Let those frown lines just release and relax. We don't want frowns. Release the top of your head. Your whole body fully released, relaxed onto the ground beneath you. Still. Visualize a clock, the hands going clockwise motion, starting from your center, turning the tummy in a clockwise motion. Let that motion get slightly bigger, taking in the lower part of your belly and your chest. The circle grows over your pelvis, towards your neck, circle goes bigger and it circles your arms. And then it brings in the tops of your legs and your head. And then it circles around your feet and the top of your head. Your whole body working in a clockwise motion, aligning all those chakras. Come to stillness and rest. Let your body go. Any thoughts come into your mind, acknowledge them and just let them go. Take the concentration back to your breath. Rise and fall in your belly. Start to bring some movement back to your body. Taking a deeper breath. Breathing in through your nose. And letting it go through the mouth. Wiggling your fingers. Wiggling your toes. Waking your body up whatever way you need to. Trying to keep the eyes closed if you can. When you're ready, bringing your feet up so that they're flat on the mat. And we're going to shift ourselves onto our side. So I will come onto my left, so I will shift my hips. I will lift my hips and I will shift them over to my right. If you're coming over onto your right, you shift your hips over to your left. That way when you come down, you're protecting your spine. You come onto your side, and you make a pillow with your arm and you rest your head. And your lungs are now free. So we're going to breathe into those lungs. A big breath in. Breath out. Big breath in. And breath out. Now again, if you can keep your eyes closed, you're going to push yourself up onto all fours, looking downwards. Looking down to the ground. And gently blink your eyes open as you're looking downwards so you haven't got a bright light into your face. Then you curl your toes under at the back. You walk your fingertips to your knees. You push into your fingertips and you lift your knees off of the ground. You take your fingertips a little bit closer, pushing into them, and push yourself up so that your feet are flat on the ground and you are bent over into a rag doll. So let yourself hang there. You might want to take hold of opposite arms, whatever's good for you. You might want to hold onto your legs for a little bit of support. And then you take your hands onto your hips. We're coming up very slowly. We don't want any head rushes. So bend your knees, big time, and start to see, curve yourself up. Squeezing in the core, squeezing the glutes to support your spine as you come up. Your mid-spine, your upper spine, your shoulders go back and down. Your neck, and then your left head lifts. So let's just give ourselves a little release now. Release the arms, give them a little swing, wiggle those fingers. Take a big breath in, breath out. One more time, big breath in. Taking the palms together, bring your feet together, bring your palms down to your heart and give yourselves a bow. Well done, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.